Hey everyone. So in this video, I want to talk about the news that recently came out about how Blizzard isn't giving their employees their bonuses because the game didn't perform well last year. Apparently, we'll get into that. And also how they are completely stopping the development of the PVE, which actually I kind of, when I first saw the news, I kind of laughed a little bit because you guys ratioed the heck out of me in the last video. You guys did not like, well, I wouldn't say you didn't like it. It was 50-50, right? There's a lot of comments and yeah, it was 50-50. Half of you guys were for what I was saying about how I personally don't think anybody truly actually cared about PVE, and yeah, half of you guys agreed with me, half of you guys disagreed, but you know, I stand by that. I don't think PvE was ever a thing that the Overwatch community actually wanted, like it as a whole, like for the most part. I think we were more just annoyed that they lied than anything else. And if they didn't lie to us and they just came out one day and said, hey guys, we really can't do it, we're trying to design it, we probably announced it too early, we're sorry, blah blah blah, I think most people would have been like, oh, okay, well, I don't really care anyways. I think it's because they hid it for so long, and then the way they announced it, that kind of pissed everybody off. So I don't think it was really the loss of the game itself. But yeah, that was funny to see. And again, you guys are polite with your disagreements, but yeah, I find it entertaining. The comment section is really popping over there, guys. So you know, let me know when you disagree with me. It's all good. So first thing I want to do is talk about the payment thing, about how they're not giving their employees their bonuses. So based off of the articles, it's more of there was a policy change in Blizzard last year of how the bonuses are done. Right, I think before, everybody under Blizzard got a bonus based off of, I guess, how all the games were doing, kind of in general, how the stocks were doing, like something around there. But it was more of a how good the overall company is doing is how much everybody gets who works under the company, despite what game they're working on. Now, last year it changed to you get your bonus based off of how well your game does, right? And I could see, I don't know, it just seems like a bad idea. Just a really, really bad idea. And I don't know who came up with that. Maybe Bobby Kotick, I don't know. Because the argument I would imagine is something like, well, the better your game does, the more you deserve because you put in a lot of, you know, time and effort into your game and X, Y, and Z. The problem with that is if the management team is telling you to do a bunch of stuff that's stupid and the game doesn't make like all that extra money, but you do everything they ask you to do, like perfectly, it's on them, not you, right? The bonuses should be based off of how well you complete your thing, or at least just keep it at the old system so everybody gets something, right? They already had it before, so it's not like the people there felt like they were missing out on anything. But now you made an environment where like the Overwatch people or the Overwatch employees are watching their, you know, Diablo counterparts down the hall celebrating and rejoicing for getting a bonus, while you're just there kind of feeling bad, like angry. Like I would be angry to the point where I would probably want to quit, because you can't do that. Like a work environment it's a community, right? Especially under the company. That's crazy. It's not even just crazy, it's cruel and stupid. You're just pissing off your workers. Like you just fired like 20% of their friends and now you're not gonna pay them. It's, oh my gosh, Blizzard, get it together. Now that Bobby Kotick's gone, maybe they'll reverse this, but give these guys something. After the hell they've been getting put through over the last, what, year and a half, 2 years of just constant internet hate, just everybody hating them for the decisions their bosses are making is so stupid. And if you guys remember, even when they explained how they were going to be firing everybody, well, I think it was 18% of the workers or something when they got bought by Microsoft. I was like, I understand like why this is happening, right? It was, the economy sucks for everybody. Inflation is like stupid right now. They were just bought by a company, so when you buy a company, they tend to always kind of cut out the fat. But also the entire industry was just letting people go, not just the gaming industry, like the tech industry too, if you guys keep up with all that stuff. So yeah, I think one of the few people that were very sympathetic to what Blizzard was doing. But this one, this just doesn't make any sense. Like any sense. I think regardless, the workers should get some form of a bonus, right, as a whole, and then I know the punishment should be on the administration, or I don't know, like it should be, I don't know, but you can't just have some people have a lot over some people having nothing under a work environment like that. That creates a lot of animosity that makes people want to quit. They're probably going to take their talents, they're going to lose their talent, things like that. And maybe I'm being hyperbolic right now, but it's just, I don't know, it's not cool. I don't like that at all. Also, on a side note, here's some life advice, guys. The best way to get a raise if you ever have a job is to quit and get a new job. So if you have a job, right, you keep applying for other jobs, and then you say, hey, I'm getting this salary. I want like $10,000 more if you guys hire me. And then they're like, okay, deal, because, you know, this is kind of how it goes. And then you do the same thing for that job, same for that job, and you can kind of just keep doing that until you get to a point where you want. Because if you stay at the same job, the raises you're going to be getting like a year, if you even get a raise, is going to be like maybe 5,000 or something like that. So there's some life advice for you guys. Anyways, I'm going to move on to the no more PVE content coming to the game. So for this, I say good. I'm happy. I'm happy. All of you guys who downvoted my last video for saying that I don't care about PVE. Well, good. I'm saying it again. PVE sucks. It was always going to suck. Blizzard is not good at PVE games at all. They've never been good at that. So again, maybe not never. Diablo 2, maybe. But my memory for that is clouded because I was so young, so I'm not sure. But I'm glad this is gone. And when they first announced that they weren't doing PvE anymore, even before they said that they weren't doing PvE, when they first said that they were doing PvE, I was like, no, just focus on Overwatch, right? Because I mean the PvE, the PvP version of Overwatch, because you know, if you guys have ever played like other, you know, let's say a game like Dota or League of Legends or even StarCraft versions of League of Legends, the cool thing was how many characters they had. Now, Overwatch has a lot of characters, but I could easily see this game one day having twice the amount of characters it has now, and it being really, really cool. Like being up there in Video Game Hall of Fame, right? It kind of is already in the Video Game Hall of Fame, if I think about it. But yeah, guys, just focus on what people like. That's like the number one thing of like business. Like if people like something, double down on it. Once that's good, maybe, you know, you stretch out, do this thing. But Overwatch, especially Overwatch 2, just it wasn't there for the first year and a half of its life. And splitting up the teams, like it's a waste of money. It's a waste of a lot of things. So kind of getting everybody together to kind of focus on the core of the game, the thing that made the game super successful and super popular to begin with, seems like a no-brainer. Like, what are they paying the dev team? Like who's the whatever they're called, the leader of the Overwatch, you know, division of Blizzard. They're paying him this much money to make a decision like this. Like I could have done that. I could have done that. And maybe even if they don't want to increase the budget for, well, not increase the budget, but move that budget over, the PvE budget over to the PvP budget, take that PvE budget that they've wasted over the last, 5 years. They could have made it like a movie, maybe 2, like some awesome things, because Overwatch 2 animation is ridiculously awesome. Like top tier, like Disney level, Pixar. It's amazing. The Kiriko thing was amazing. I really want to see more on Ilari's background. Again, my wife is from Peru, so that'll be kind of fun for us to do. And all that money probably could have gone to a movie. I'm more interested in watching the story develop through like movies or like a TV show than playing a horrible game. Because that's what the PvE was going to be, a horrible game. And that's what it has been, just a horrible game. It's not worth the $15. It's not even worth, I don't know, let me stop ragging on the PvE, on the PvE. But this is a no-brainer. This should have been done like from the beginning. They should have just, I don't know, like this, it just seems like so obvious. and even like till now, they said that the game was how much of it was done. Like there was some level of progress to the entire game, which is kind of a no-brainer, right? Because some of it is still just in concept. So at least you're in concept, right? But yeah, some of them were done. Some of them are still in concept again, which is crazy. I don't know what they've been doing for the last 5 years, unless it was like that difficult to. Was there like no pre-planning? I don't know. I don't understand. But yeah, this seems like a very good decision. Let's double down on what we like. Let's crank out those characters. Let's crank out those updates. Let's double down on, everything everybody likes. So yeah, tell me why you think I'm right or wrong again. But I'm sticking to it, man. Leave a comment to help me out or cuss me out, and like and subscribe. And also don't forget, I love you. But also, check this out, guys. I wrote a high fantasy adventure book, so if you guys are interested in like an awesome fantasy story, link is in the description. All right, have a good one, y'all. Here's the ad. Confaga, Roots of a Very Old Tree, a high fantasy young adult book with a modern take on African mythology. After a mysterious confrontation with his father at school, Marcus Jobda finds himself in the land of Kara. With a small band of determined adventurers and a robust magic system he must quickly learn, Marcus begins his search for his family, a way home, and simultaneously tries to discover the mystery of the disappearances. From escaping Mamiwara and preventing wars between kingdoms, he'll need every edge his wits can give him to see the next day. However, the more he learns, the less things appear as they seem. But does he really want to go back to his old life? With hundreds of illustrations filled with clues of the history of the world, join Marcus as he attempts to solve this mystery. Confaga, Roots of a Very Old Tree is available now on Amazon. Link in the description.